Basically, the title of this presentation is Unlock Your Trading Potential, a path to funding and success with Trade the Fund traders. And that's really what it is, right? I want to help you to unlock your own trading potential. And along the journey, as you guys get better at trading, I'll be able to witness that, be able to be a part of it, and then be able to provide you with the capital that you can trade with. Now, I'm stressing the fact I'm not a prop firm company. I'm not even a apiary fund. I don't have deep pockets, but I do have investors. And with the partnership with Darwin, it has really unlocked different avenues as well that can be exclusive to Trade the Fund, right? So there's going to be a little bit of exclusivity with Trade the Fund. Now everybody can go out and get a Apiarian account. Everybody can go out and get a Darwin account, but there's a few things that will be exclusive to Trade the Fund members only. So um, that being said, um, wait, what's not spelled correctly? Oh, potential. I changed the name. Oh, trad. All right. So basically I gotta stop. Trade too fun. I gotta stop the chat. All right. You're gonna get me off my game here. Okay. Thanks, guys. Um, all right. So I want to welcome everybody to tonight's presentation. Is welcome to Trade the Fund. Basically, I just am going to do a quick overview of what Trade the Fund is, what we do, and the different tiers that everybody has. Again, I'm just want to do this for recording, and then we'll do it. Um, Overview of the membership levels and the membership tiers. So what we're going to talk about tonight is there's three different membership levels that are designed to support traders at different stages of your own journey. I'm hoping to you guys hear me talk about a lot that I'm trying to meet the trader where they're at. They're level one, they're level two, or level three, right? And each one of those membership tiers are kind of designed to help you to get where you want to go faster, right? The unique benefits that Trade the Fund, in my mind, offers is we offer a level that provides exclusive advantages, um, including the resources that we offer, the mentorship, and that, just like what I was talking about, the one-on-one benefit or the help that digs into where you're at as the trader to help you progress in your own personal trading, right? I'm trying to meet you with where you're at and take you to the next level. Right. And now we are entering into growth opportunities. As a member, you can advance through the tiers. You can gain access to additional resources and support that ultimately align with your experience and your trading goals. So basically, as you get better as a trader, there's going to be more opportunities that are available to you because um, even though my end goal here is to help you to become a better trader, at some point you're a good trader and you may not want to participate every single day because you don't need to. So I'm trying to bring in for level one traders, we're going to meet you there. We're going to help you to become level two traders. And then once you're a level three trader, you're like, well, there's really nothing for me. Well, wrong. I want to bring in that experience as you're now a level three trader. And so we can level you up, right? Uh see here. Two words trade better. Okay. I am uh I am I have to turn the chat off, guys. So I will come back. I will come back in at the end and look through all your guys' messages. Go ahead and feel free to keep chatting, but I'm not going to respond to any chat. So I'm just going to tell you that right now because it does break my train of thought, right? All right. So there's three different membership levels. As you guys are familiar with Trade the Fund, you probably already know this, but um, oh yeah, this is I threw this slide in there for a second. Everything we're going to talk about is going to be relatively new for new people, right? For new people that are onboarding, coming on board for Trade the Fund. So, there's no changes required at your current subscription level. There's nothing that's going to you're not going to you're going to have uninterrupted access to all the resources. Everything that you still have, you're still going to have. So, I'm just adding in an additional benefit package for you guys if you so choose to want to participate in it. And some of you guys have already participated in it, and so you're just going to get the benefit without without having to pay for it, right? Basically. So, and I said that already. So, and here's the new thing. Going forward, Trade the Fund membership is going to be $100 a month for new people that are signing up, right? Within that basic membership of $100 a month, you get access to the hot seat every single day, the daily live trading education. You get to join private forums, Discord, and networking and sharing strategies with other traders inside the community. You get to participate in the live session to get expert advice and clarification on trading strategies. I'm going to open it up to where you can actually purchase hot seat sessions. You don't have to be just a fast track member. If you want to be a basic member, you can purchase additional hot seat sessions, and you'll get access to Zenith, the proprietary trading AI that's also going to help you track your stats, right? So also with the that's jumping ahead. So basic membership level is going to be $100 a month, and you get all of that. You get all of that access at $100 a month. Plus, you get access to getting funded with just the $100 a month program and platform. You get access to getting funded, increase in funds, and trading with making money basically. So, and all that is going to be $100 a month. I am going to start that in September. So, if you guys are, again, if this isn't for anybody who's an existing member, this is for new members only. It's going to be $100 a month for all this. All right. The fast track level is going to remain the same pricing at $14.97. Within the fast track level, for those of you guys who are fast track and those of you guys who aren't, you're going to have access to advanced trading strategy courses that are designed for rapid growth. You get weekly additional classes to deepen your trading knowledge and skills. You get 3 hot seat live sessions that are included in that $14.97 for real-time feedback and strategy refinement, right? In your 3 live hot seat sessions. You get access to our proprietary trading AIs, bots, Anubis, Talon, and a new one that I'm working on called Jarvis. That only a few people have access to, but so far it's I'm excited with where it's going. You unlock a funded account of $14.97 upon completing the challenge, right? Completing the fast track challenge that is also included in your fast track level of $14.97. Now, for those of you guys who've already purchased the challenge and are doing it, you just have to complete it and to obtain that. And you have to, well, 2 things, two prerequisites. 1, you have to complete it, and 2, you have to pay. You have to be fully paid. So if you're on a payment plan or whatever, that funded account's not going to kick in. So basically what I'm doing is just reinvesting that money back into you once you complete the challenge, right? So you have to complete the challenge, and that's going to automatically just come right back to you, and also other funding opportunities. So you'll be eligible for other funding opportunities. I don't think I put it in this slide. It might be in another slide, but when you do pass, I think it's in another slide. So we'll just pause that. All right. And then the last level. So we got 3 levels. You get your basic membership, $100 a month. You got a fast track that's $15.97 and the $100 a month. And then you have the hot seat level, which is $59.97 and the $100 a month, right? So access within the hot seat level, you get access to boot camps. I am going to kind of tweak this where anybody that signs up for hot seat level access, it is invitation only. But right now I can take on about 2 more hot seaters, and it's what I can handle at the time. And you get access, and your first week of signing up, I'm going to put you in a boot camp, and I'm going to trade with you. Not your first week, but that's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put you in a boot camp and get to know you and trade with you for a week-long session. Basically every single day, we're going to be trading with you so that I can understand and see where you're at, pick you up and drop you off. So for 5 days, we'll be trading with you. It's going to be a boot camp. Well, 4 days. I'm not on Fridays. So at boot camps are one-on-one coaching sessions with expert traders. So it's not just going to be me. It's going to be me and other hot seaters that will be able to see how you trade and provide their insights into your trading as well. You get to participate in unlimited live hot seat sessions where we trade alongside of you and experienced traders and get real-time feedback inside the hot seat sessions, right? So it's outside the boot camp. And you get unlimited. So anytime you feel like you need a touch up or refiner, jump back in and say, hey, I could use an extra help or two. You're unlimited resources there. Opportunities. This is the big one. This is a big one because I've always wanted this for hot seaters, but my goal is to turn you into an instructor. You've heard me say this 1,000 times where I believe in the see one, do one, teach one methodology. That's what I want you guys to do. I want you to see it done, right? And during your boot camp, then I want you to do it and then eventually start to teach it. Now, here's kind of the cool thing is that as you teach other other members of basic members, whoever purchases those hot seat sessions, you will get compensated for running those sessions. So just like we see like Duke and Pete and other people's just recently and William, you guys will start to get compensated for teaching those sessions, those one-on-one sessions. So not only will it help you as the instructor, because the best student is always the teacher, you also get compensated for those sessions. Now, as a hot seater, as somebody who has purchased a hot seat session, so a fast tracker who gets the 3, or even just a basic membership level who purchases a hot seat session, they will have the ability to choose which person they want to trade with, right? And which person they want to instruct them, where they see and they say, this person aligns with me a little bit better, and they'll have the ability to choose. Now, as a hot seat instructor, once you get invited to the instructor program, you're just we already have this built out. It's just a calendar of dates. You just say when you're available, and if that aligns with what the person is, and if you don't know who to choose, it'll be just whoever's available, right? You can have that as a selection. Like I'm just whoever is available on this day, right? So that is ultimately that's my goal, is that basically the money that is getting paid for those sessions goes right into the instructor, right? And kind of fine tuning that along the way. So I honestly believe that the best student is the instructor. And so I'm really pushing for hot seaters to become that instructor so that they can get better themselves, because there is a certain point where most of the hot seaters that I have right now, we're not dealing with fundamentals of trading. We're not dealing with how to identify market structure. We're dealing with psychology, right? And that is very difficult because they've mastered market structure, but yet they still need to master their own psychology. And so everybody's different. But when you teach the rules to somebody else, you simply ask yourself, why am I not following those rules, right? Why do I not do that? And then you become a better trader when you ask yourself that question. As a hot seater, you're going to eligible to unlock a larger funded trading accounts, provide more capital for your trading activities, and as well, and this is something that I've just added today, you will be eligible to be a investor in other people's trading. So if you would like to take the money that you're making and reinvest that back into the people that you're mentoring, you are eligible to do that, right? You're going to be eligible to reinvest that back into the people that you're mentoring and help them, like I can be able to help you guys, and create this cycle of funding each other and crowdfunding, so to speak, right? Because that's ultimately my dream and my goal, is have traders helping traders, right? And as a hot seat trader, why wouldn't you want to fund somebody that you've been mentoring and you've been helping them along the way, and diversify your portfolio by helping them get started or giving them more money to trade with, right? All right. So let's talk about this. I'm revamping the Forex or Forex brand. Those of you guys who have been with me for a while, Forex or Forex was primarily around the prop firm industry, and as we know, that's kind of imploded. But now I'm rebranding the Forex or Forex brand. So with Forex or Forex, the key features is basically the key features of the funding program. You've already, maybe you've already seen this on the leaderboards, your statistics, and these are the elements that make up your weighted score. So your profit, your win rate, your drawdown, your consistency score, right? These are the things that are on your weighted score, and they give you a weighted score. Your weighted score is what's going to help us to determine your eligibility for funding, right? And obviously your consistency score is going to be the one that I'm looking at. So some of you guys have already mentioned, how come this is, I'm looking at Darwin because I'm aligned with Darwin. Well, why is my risk or different? Darwin statistics and trade the fund statistics are completely indifferent from one another. So I am looking for, did you make money? Did you keep it? How much money did you make? And what was your risk, right? At that point, you'll be invited to a funding call, and I'll be able to look over and give you an offer based upon what your weighted score is. So the prerequisite to be in this program are, you got to use Zenith to copy trade your parent account to up to 4 different live accounts. Okay. That's a prerequisite, is that we are going to be using Zenith so you select your primary account on Zenith. So you install Zenith onto any MT5 that you want to keep stats with, and you can have unlimited amounts of that. At this time, we may reduce that as we start to get more bandwidth issues. But at this time, you can put it on any MT5 that you would like, and then you choose which one is your primary account. Now, that primary account is what I am going to be looking at, or to qualify you for a funding call off your weighted score. So you can't change your primary account. You got to stick with it. If you want to change your primary account, I put in a kind of a gate that says, if you want to change it, it's going to cost you $50 to do so. I don't want people just changing it every single day, because I'm going to be looking back at the last 90 days, right? And so if you want to reset your account, that's, just think of it like a reset. It costs you $50 to change your primary account. Plus, it's also going to take me a little bit of effort to copy trade, and it's a manual process at this point when you change your primary account and all that kind of stuff. And I'll get into that in another slide here. So prerequisite is you need to use Zenith to copy, to trade with, not to take trades. You just have to have it installed on your EA. I'm going to be taking the Zenith and copying those trades, right? So there's a copy element in Zenith that copies, is your parent account, and it's going to copy up to 4 different live accounts. So again, then that way it'll be 4xing your Forex. I have established partnerships, you guys know, with Darwin X Zero to provide traders access to their capital and advanced trading tools. So if you guys are using Darwin, you can use Zenith as a primary account, and that's what I probably would suggest. And so Darwin's going to be one of those accounts that we can copy into, and you will be eligible. So you will be, if you are trading with Darwin, well, let me get that on the next slide. If you're trading with Darwin, if you're trading with Darwin and you get allocation, you're also going to get more allocation just by being a Trade the Fund member through Darwin. So if you're not under my Trade the Fund banner, Trade the Fund link with Darwin X, then you make sure that you are, because that's the only way that I can provide eligibility to increase funding. Just as an example, you get a $30,000 funded, and you get an extra 10,000 just for being with Trade the Fund, right? Things like that. So, all right. The weighted score, and this is, I think I might have already mentioned this, but it's just a requirement that only traders demonstrating reliable performance receive funding, promoting sustainable trading practices, right? And so I'm looking for a 90-day look back is what I'm looking for. So we're looking for 90 days that you have made money in your account for 90 days, right? And that you're profitable. And then I do not have a system, and I'm teeter-tottering on whether I will or I won't, of you hit this number, you get funded this, or I'm just going to always take it on an individual basis. So giving you guys kind of a little bit more in depth and a backstory that I'm just going to share with you guys who are on this call, probably not market this. I have access to a group of investors that have said, here's a set amount of dollar amount that we're going to allocate to you, and do with what you want. Do with what you will. Like, basically, they're entrusting me to make the right decisions. And if we make the right decisions, the floodgates can be open, right? So it's just like, if we can prove to them that we can make money, they'll give us more money, right? And either that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like I said, I'm not sure on how much I really want to grow this, but I want to make sure that you guys are have that option available to you, that they'll keep funding your accounts more and more, right? So um, again, it'll probably start out really small and then snowball from there as we can prove the worth, basically. The proof is in the pudding. So that's why I'm contemplating on not having like a set matrix that says, if your weighted score is 50, that qualifies you for a, $10,000 account. If it's this, it's 30,000, if 50,000, like not having a table there, and maybe taking it right now. I really, really, really am probably going to have a more hands-on approach. And I'm really asking everybody here in Trade the Fund to download Zenith so I can start playing with the numbers and seeing and dialing it in. Really, I can't really dial in the metrics and the numbers and making sure there's no anomalies or anywhere like, hey, why is this guy's score so low, or why is this guy's score so high? I can't really see that until you guys start using it, right? So basically, there's going to be just a flushing out period. I'm hoping that that's going to take, just a couple months, a couple weeks, and we can really just start launching this thing, and in the next, 30, 60, 90 days. So um and just kind of rocking with it. All right. So, um, right now, right now, like I said, a great score is anything above. Right now, we're looking at a great score is anything above 40. A good score is 30 and 40, and a bad score is below 30 right now. But like I said, those numbers may change. They're fluid. I'm probably going to move it to more of 1,000 points. Like I was contemplating that, and maybe moving this to more of 1,000, adding thousands and putting in more different layers and levers and all that kind of stuff. So, um, but I can only see that as you guys provide me the data, then I can flush it out a little bit more. I know what I want and I know what I'm looking for. I just need to attribute numbers to that. And as we keep moving, because right now, I was looking at the all-time leaderboard, and like, there's a huge disparity and discrepancy between the weighted score of some and some others, right? And so I was looking at some are like really high and some are really low. So I got to look in and fine tune it just a little bit more. But that's on the back end side. All right. So um the challenge. Let me talk about this challenge for a second. So some of you guys are probably saying, well, what is the challenge? So the challenge that we've had for a while is you got to participate in 3 one-on-one hot seat session classes designed to enhance your trading skills and strategies, right? You got to get those 3 one-on-one sessions knocked out and done. You got to complete all the courses and the course material, and covering the trading concepts and techniques. You got to do all the homework on that, and then you need to achieve a 5% increase and keep it. Okay, so it's not just I got to hit 5% and it's done. No, you got to make 5% and keep it for at least 30 days, right? So hold on to that 5% for 30 days, because it's a consistency score. So hit your 5% in 1 month, basically, is what I'm looking for, and that completes your challenge. So hit the 5% in 1 month, not just one time. right? So hold that 5% to keep that 5% in your pocket. Um, and, uh, and and then that completes the challenge, right? Um, Also, again, when you purchase the challenge, you're going to receive continuous support and resources to navigate the challenges throughout the trading process. What does the completion of the challenge give you? Well, if you complete the challenge, it's going to give you it's going to bump you up in commissions, levels, and rewards, right? So by completing the challenge, it will automatically increase your commission levels by membership tiers. So you're going to have on the funded side of things, there's going to be a 5% commission level increase um, between everything. So you complete the challenge, you're going to get immediately 5% bump. You're a fast track member, obviously you're going to get a 5% bump. And you complete so if you're a basic member, fast tracks are going to get a 5% bump. Completing the challenge is going to get another 5% bump, so a total of 10. And then a hot seat member is going to get another 5% bump, and then an instructor is going to get another 5% bump, so in your commission levels, right? So as you progress, you get better, and as you teach, you're going to continue to get those 5% bumps, right? um let me see if anything on here that I didn't mention. Okay, so why are we looking back 3 months, and why 3 months matter? Well, I mean, obviously it's obvious that your commission structure is 3 months, but in talking with with my investors and multiple and just through the thing, most companies want a lot more than 3 months. Most investors want a lot more than 3 months track record, right? But I'm able to say, hey, look, I'm personally trading with them, watching them trade, or they're going through the courses. We have rapid development. They're in front of a group of traders. We're pinpointing them, and we're going to fund them with the right amount of funding for the level at which they are, right? And and so I've already got people saying, well, if you're doing that, then and you're working with them every single day, and they're trading and they're taking the same trades you're taking, then that increases the layer of success. But most of my people want at least a 3 month track record, right? And so it just ensures stability and trading performance, and obviously that's just going to qualify you, and then you're going to be able to move beyond that, right? Some of you guys are going to say, well, what if I've already trading my parent account for 3 months? um, that is fine if it's a Darwin, because I know Darwin and I trust Darwin's stats. If it's not, then you're not going to be eligible. So if you have Darwin for 3 months, um, and you've and you've uploaded your Darwin stats, you made that your primary, and your consistency score falls in line, I'm fine with doing a 3 month look back on with Darwin, but only Darwin, right? Um, and yeah, so that kind of answers that question. Um, I think I missed a key component here. So the next step for everybody, and I kind of should have mentioned this maybe earlier, but the next step for everybody is choose your membership level based on your trading goals and your experience. Start the challenge to demonstrate your trading skills, consistency, and then you unlock a funded account. The other thing I think I missed is that if you are a hot seat, I don't think I mentioned this. If hot seat traders will also, you'll unlock a funded account of $59.97. So basically, fast track or hot seat, I'm just going to reinvest that back into you once you get the challenge unlocked, once you pass the challenge. The other thing that is going to be for everybody, and I don't think I had this in here, but it's a key element, that the basic membership is $100 a month, right? If you want to be eligible right now, this is the only difference. If you want to be eligible, if you are not a fast track member or have not completed the challenge, if you want to be eligible for the funding, it will be an additional $50 a month which brings you to $100 to add the funding piece into that. So I didn't add that in, and I thought I had it in here. So I'm like, well, I think I'm going to talk about it later, but I think it's not in here. So if you want to add the funding component into it, it will be $100 a month with the funding component. However, if you pass the challenge, if you're a fast tracker and you pass the challenge, there will be a reduction of $50. So it will be just $50 a month, right?
What exactly is the challenge?
Well, that's what I just talked about.
Oh, I must have misunderstood.
So we'll go back and do that really quick, but
Thank
just
you.
wait for Q&As. But really quick. So basically it's $100 a month going forward. If you are a fast track or a hot seater and you pass the challenge, it's $50 and you get everything for $50 a month, right? If you are not a fast track or a hot seater, so this is for existing members, it still is $50 a month. But if you want the funding component, it's going to be an additional $50 or $100 a month for all the education and everything, and adding that funding component on to that piece. If you don't, and you're just fine without it, no, there's no changes, right? So you'll need to bump your membership to 100 or pass the challenge, or purchase one of these, pass the challenge, and now you're at 50,000. Now, there are a couple things I know that some of you, the good thing, bad thing with our community, the good thing and the bad thing with our community is that you guys have been with me for a long time. I've changed so many things. So you guys are like, well, I've done this, I've done that, and I've done this. I will not be able to fund your account. Well, I'm not going to be able to fund your account for any hot seaters that paid apiary. So if you started with me over in apiary and apiary received your money, then I'm not going to be able to do that for you guys, right? But any new people coming in that is paying me, you also have to be paid in full in order to receive this benefit as well. So just two of those things, I think. And same thing with fast track. If you paid apiary fund, I didn't receive the money, so I can't really put that up for you. So that's kind of unique to old people and grandfathered in or whatever. But if you, again, just going back to, if you pass the challenge, and this is the other thing, if you pass the challenge, if you've already passed the challenge and you want the funding component, I still need to charge you $50 one-time fee. So it's a $50 one-time fee. And the reason why I got to charge a $50 one-time fee is because I don't want to put up any money out of pocket, and I'm creating a VPN. I'm paying, creating the VPN and the access and just some hard costs, the bank accounts, contracts, all that kind of stuff that I'm putting together. So it's just like a $50 setup fee one time. Again, it's not for future people, it's for people that have already passed the challenge. And if you want that funding component, it's just going to cost you a $50 one-time fee, so that I can create that and set that up. And there are some hard costs that I don't want to be shelling out for everybody, right? So it just covers the hard costs of getting y'all set up and stuff. So I think that's it. Let me just iterate that again, because this is kind of a little bit confusing. Where if you purchase the fast track at the $15.97 or the $9.97, for those are the only two price points that I've had at the fast track at, you've received the challenge. So, well, if you purchased it at the $9.97 or bought the $400 bump, so I guess it was about that. So the $15.97, you got the challenge. If you're a hot seater, you got the challenge, right? The challenge is, all you have to do is, I think I had the challenge here. Challenge is this. For the challenge is, you just got to participate in 3 hot seat sessions, go through all the courses, do all the homework, complete the courses, and then achieve a 5% increase and keep it for a month. So make a 5% increase for a month. You've completed that challenge. The basic the thing that the challenge gives you is immediately reduces the $100 down to $50 a month. And then it I gives you a 5% bump in commissions going forward on your funded accounts. So again, I don't know why I didn't add that in the slide. So just trying to bring everything. There's a lot of moving parts, so I apologize for missing that part. But that's the challenge. And again, if you've already purchased the challenge, you've already completed it, then it's just a one-time only $50 fee to cover the setup costs that we have in setting up like your VPN, your bank account, all your other accounts on this stuff. So let me see if there's anything else. Commission levels, talked about that. 3 months, talked about that. The next step. Obviously, the next steps here are to choose your membership level based upon your trading goals, start the challenge to demonstrate your trading skills, and then unlock a funded account upon completion of the challenge, right? So once you complete the challenge, it immediately unlocks the funded your funded account. And I'm not saying I'm going to give you back that 14.97 or the 59.97 inside into a funded account, right? So we'll throw that back into your funded account once you complete the challenge. So basically you're self-funding yourself, but I'm giving you the education and all that, and then you will unlock more funding opportunities. All right, I think now it's time for Q&A, right? So what these are just some questions, obviously, I thought of, like what specific trading strategies you recommend for beginners. I don't really care what strategy you use. Obviously, I'm teaching you how to read market structure, price action. Doesn't matter what strategy you use, as long as you make a consistency score, right? As long as your consistency, as long as you're keeping the money, as long as you're keeping the money that you make, I really could care less. The other thing that I'm looking at doing is bringing in a Darwin component, which mean what they're doing is having you invest into the Darwin, and then they're adding that risk multiplier to there, and then being able to add more money in there. And so if you're a bus route trader and you're only making like $500 a month, and then we're adding that in. So this piece is a future piece that I'm working with Darwin on to see if we can't coexist with everything that we're doing, just to help you guys with different, because I know we have some bus route people, bus route traders, right? And I really like that component of Darwin, where you're copy trading, but you're copy trading at a higher dollar amount. And so the other thing too is I'm piggybacking off of Darwin's platform and licensing and all that kind of stuff. And well, I'll have another conversation if you guys are interested, but for today's presentation, I don't really want to get into it, but how the structure is working in on the backside. And it's either going to run through Darwin, or it will run through a friends and family. And so the friends and family basically is when me personally will invest in you, right? Or a hot seater instructor will invest in you, right? As a trader. So, or if you, and maybe down the line, I can open up to fast trackers if you want to invest in you, right? So, these will then therefore be under the friends and family type thing. So and again, this is the number one reason why I'm not opening up to the world, right? I'm not opening up to the world. And we're going to go from there and see. But I do believe that we have some really good traders in here. So I'm like, why am I not, giving them money to trade with? So, and I wanted to, I just need to be able to and I want to get investors, and I want to get into those funding calls, and I want to give you guys more money and get you guys in on those funding calls with the investors and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I'm trying to do. Um, I'll say this too. My next stage of this is to have a little bit of fun and have some trading competition, because I'm huge on on competitions, and then lining you guys with hot seaters that align with the way you like to trade. So if you're a bus route, you're a jet, this is the style that I like to trade. And then your hot seaters kind of more or less your mentor. And we have some competitions between like trading teams and things like that. Also with leaderboards, I can do more contests with leaderboards now. I can do daily, weekly, monthly contests, all that kind of stuff. And really this opens it, if you guys are using Zenith and I can see how you're trading, it really opens up to a lot of different things that we can do inside of our community. um so uh let me just answer these questions that I had that I was thinking about. How do members access their trading performance reports? Obviously, on your live trading stats, you can see we just added, I believe you just added those metrics. You can see them on the leaderboard. You can also see them on your stats on Trade the Fund website. The eligibility requirements for the funding program is basically your consistency score, and it's included in the Trade the Fund membership at the $100 level, but it's only if you want to add that $50 piece. And then again, complete the challenge, it knocks it back to the $50 instead of the 100. Absolutely, you can switch your membership to level after joining, doesn't matter. And then how does the challenge evaluate traders' performance, right? So in going through the challenge, it's obviously going to prove to me that you can keep money, right? And you can make money and then keep it. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to help you guys to do, is make it and keep it, not give it back, make it and keep it, right? And not give it back. All right. So I don't want to go to that slide. So Q&A, let me open up the chat here real quick. Let me see here. Let me scroll up. All right, guys, you can talk now and ask me questions, fire questions at me. Pause.
Is there a way to see another trader's stats? Because you can only see your own right now.
You will only be able to see, you can see their ranking, but you won't be able to see their, no, I think you can see their score, right?
Right, but like the win percentage and average loss, things like that.
No, you won't be able to see if you are a hot seater and you're at an instructor and you want it, and you're looking and we have that conversation where you want to invest into somebody that you see is doing good, then I'll open that up to you, right? And I'll probably open that up to anybody that wants to be on the investor side of things, right? So one of the things that that I'm trying to do, and you guys can have seen this here, is I'm trying to I don't know if he's here, but he doesn't look like he's here, so that's all good. Pete just messaged me that he's killing it with his and I asked him to say something, but he said he may or may not be here, but if he was here, he was going to do it. So I'm going to share this with you because I asked him if I could share it. But what Pete told me today was awesome, something really cool, and something that I'm trying to get everybody else to. So he referenced me and says he killed it on his own, not kill it on his overnight, but he said on his overnight he managed to he woke up with 1.25% an overnight. Then, as we all know, he left to take his daughter to the driver test today, and he let the bot on, and while he was away, and see if anything triggers. Right, he came back with the bot up 2.65%, which equaled for him was about $5,023 in profit today. So, and the thing that got me excited about that was, yeah, he had a $5,000 day, but he's learning how to use the bot in conjunction with his own trading, right? And he's learning how to dial that in and manage it. And he made 2.65%, which is about $5,000 in his account today. And that is what I'm looking for. That is exactly what I'm looking for, and is in funding you guys and getting you guys funded. And I asked him to kind of say something, but then he ran away, I guess. He's like, no, I'm scared. That's what I'm looking for. Like, when I can start seeing that and you guys are sharing that, I think he's using, I definitely think he's using the Anubis, right? He's using the one with Khalid, with Khaled. So you guys can see he did a presentation on it, on a class a couple weeks ago. It's this month, or was it August? He did a class on it, so that's what he's using, right? Um, and it's not because the bot is doing the work; it's because he understands what it's doing and he can manage it, right? And I'm not saying, like, I really am not trying to say, even though I would do this in a heartbeat, I am not trying to paint the picture. I am not trying to paint the picture that, hey, join Fast Track or join Hot Seat, get a bot and make tons of money. I would never say that. And I'm not trying, and you guys know me well enough to know that I would never say that. Pete understands market structure. He's a good trader. And so he knows when the bot is when it's making a bad trade or a good trade, right? And he knows how to manage his drawdown, or to take, if it takes a loss for him, that's fine too. He can fix that, right? But at the same time, if he's using it as an assistance and helping him to trade and make more money, why wouldn't I want to give him more money because he's managing it correctly, right? Um, and if he was here, he'd probably say the same thing. So he said he had some other things and he might be able to catch the tail end.
Sorry.
Are you here?
I just got here.
Oh, okay.
Wrong
So,
time zone.
oh, didn't you know we started an
I
hour
thought
early
we were
now?
Well, I looked at the calendar. Sorry. I thought I was
No,
jumping on in 3 minutes.
no, okay, that's what I figured. But we so basically I was just kind of sharing with them what you shared with me today. Just how you woke up to a nice little overnight and then the bot took you to a lot more. And I was saying that that is exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm not looking for I'm not looking to give you guys bots and say now everybody's a professional trader, because I never will believe in that. So the question that I would ask you, Pete, is how are you managing the bot, because you have the skill set of market structure instead of a newbie trader that doesn't know what the bot's doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. A little bit of what I've said the last time we talked would be, I'm looking at market structure, I'm waiting to get in, and if it let's say that I'm sell bias, I will start a sell position, and with the confidence that the PTP is good. And if I start the sell position and it's, an hour ago, so 7 or 8 at night, I'm fairly confident that if the market moves at all, um, I'll have at least hit one goal overnight. So a lot of times, me starting it is where the success has lied.
Mm-hmm.
And if I luck out, then let's say that I start a sell position and it actually goes in that position, the bot will help build into it when I'm not there. So this morning I had to leave to do the driver's thing with my daughter. So I set up a position and I left, and it just kept building and building and building, and it built up like 2%. So something that I would never have allowed it to do because I would have cut it off at goal. So market structure and setting up for patience is kind of the two things that you can be the Kickstarter to. And then for you walking away, setting parameters on price cycles and position size and things like that. So that would be the two things.
So really what I'm trying to do is paint the picture of would you if you were a level 1 trader who didn't know anything about market structure, do you feel like the bot would still make you successful, or do you think it's because you understand market structure, you're managing the bot, not the bot is managing your trading? Does that make sense? Like who's driving here? Are you the one that's driving it because you understand it, or is the bot driving it and you don't, and you just like kind of like on autopilot and you don't even know what it's doing? Does that make sense?
Right. Well, I know why it's doing what it's doing, which helps to give it the head start and give it the boost. And so I know why it is working as well as it is. So
Sure.
if I sat at the computer for 24 hours a day, I can wait for a pullback. And if we as traders have the self-discipline to wait and then wait again to build, then, because it's not doing anything that you, Dave, and the 3 and 50 system didn't design,
Right.
the rules to be. So for me, I think I found a really good sweet spot in position size. So I'm not over risky. And I found a really sweet spot in price cycle size. And I found a really sweet spot in a currency that I like. So anybody can do it. And so if I didn't know anything and I just hit the button, you I mean, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn right away if you're too over leveraged, or if you need to adjust parameters. So
Right. But you may not know how, you may not understand what levers to pull if you're brand new, right? And so ultimately what I believe a bot should be is I understand how to trade, that I'm using it as an assistant. It's not, I don't know how to trade and I'm using it to make money, right? Because I think if you use it with that intent, it won't work. I don't think bots will work, right? So I just want you to back me up on that, Pete.
yes, say that one more time. I didn't quite understand what you can.
So I'm saying I would not feel comfortable going to somebody who's never placed a trade in their life and saying, here, all you got to do is put this on your trading platform and you're going to make tons of money. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And saying that the bot is going to do all the work for you. Right. And so therefore I say that understand how to trade, then you can use the bot as a helper, not as the master. Do you know what I mean?
Right. And yeah, because for anyone who, I mean, Dave, you've seen it, and we've giggled about it in live during the hot seat, where if we're sitting next to an outside range and the bot wants to get us in on a counter trend trade, and we're like, nope, stop, get out. And then hit the stop button and actually shut your chart off. That's because we understand what's going on, whereas the bot is only looking at black and white and, oh, it has retraced this far, so that means it's time to get into a position. So,
right.
So aside from that, the other thing would be let's say that there's a clear action point coming, and you're in the positive. The goal line is on the other side of the action point. Because of our knowledge of market structure, we have two choices. Either wait for it to get down to that action point and close all on the stall or secure our trade, or add to the trade to get the goal line on the proper side of the action point. So,
yep.
A bot in the middle of, Tuesday afternoon is not going to know that. So you could miss the action point and the market could turn and you could give it all back.
Absolutely. And that's just you knowing when to stop it, right? And
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, I know you weren't here, and I'm not for the presentation, but going back to the people that were here for the presentation, um like right this second, I'm using the Bumblebee, and I was just looking at it, and it's made 6% so far in the month of August. And because it's made 6% so far in the month of August, and to be perfectly honest with you, I've only had to manage it twice, and I've had 2 losing days this month. Those losing days get cut off at like 2.75. So I've had 2.75 losses, but yet I'm still up 6%. And I manage it like what Pete is saying, like, hey, if I see a trade, or I see like today on the news or whatever, and it's shot up and the news is done, I may start it up, I fire it up and say, hey, I want you to, take this because I see it going a certain direction for a while or whatever, right? And I'm firing it up. I'm actually manually starting it, and it trades for me. And like I'm up 6%, right? So because I'm up 6%, and last month I think I made like 12% with the bot. The month before I think it was like 8 or something like that. And I'm like, why is one of my things? I was like, why am I not um using this for real, well, on real accounts and live money? I'm using it only on Darwin, which I am completely fine with a 6% return in a live money situation where Darwin is not giving me where Darwin is not giving me money uh because it's risk parameters or whatever the case may be, right? It's still making money and turning over, but Darwin reduces the risk and all that kind of stuff. You guys know how Darwin works, but I'm like, so comparing this, I'm like, hey, if this was on a real account and it was making 6%, why wouldn't I do that? And that's kind of comes to the realization of what I'm trying to put together, right? So um anyways, that kind of goes back to like what I'm trying to help you guys get is like make more money, put money in your pocket, get funded. If you use the AIs, it's just going to be an added thing. I mean, why wouldn't I want you guys to have every advantage if you're trading, if you're in a funded account with my money, right? So I'm all right with that, right? So the last little thing here, if you guys want, so like I said, if you're interested in joining the hot seat, like I said, I have 2 spots that are available. Just hit me up on Discord. We can jump on a call, I can chat. If you're interested in joining Fast Track, you can do that from the website. If you've already got the challenge, get on it and pass it. Get in your 3 sessions like I've been talking about. Now I've just added more urgency for you guys to get your 3 sessions done. Um, and and now you need to get those 3 sessions done. Also go through the coursework. Um, I uh, I appreciate some of the feedback. I think Martin, and I totally agree with you on this. Is like I'm going to put the 3 and 50 course in the beginning so that you guys can go through that, because that's really what we talk about almost every single day. So I want you guys to get that, and then right out of the gate. So instead of leaving that to last, I'm going to shove that to the beginning of your courses as you're going through. And then if you guys want the funding piece, is the only thing I'm going to throw out here. I'm putting together, I wanted to wait till this conversation that we had. And if you guys have any more questions or poke holes in it before I kind of put this on the website, but tomorrow you'll see or maybe not tomorrow, but this week you'll see um, a getting started thing on the side that will kind of go over and encompass everything we had. Be this webinar that we did tonight, or this presentation tonight, will be on that. You can watch that. And I'm going to revamp the Forex course to kind of go into more detail about everything that that I'm doing so that it's not so confusing, getting a better experience for new people coming in. But at the end of the day, I'm seriously probably going to lock the community down at around 500. So when we get about 500 traders, I don't want to go any more than that, to be completely transparent and honest with you guys. So that's about as big as I want to go. And maybe even not that big. We're managing, we got about 100 right now. And I don't get bombarded with questions every single day. I don't get bombarded with tech support every single day. I don't get bombarded with that. And that's kind of what I'd like. Like, I don't want to turn this into a job. So at some point when that becomes a job, I'm just going to say, well, we're not taking on any more traders. So, yeah, and Brandon, that's why I kind of backed off that. I'm not sure. There's got to be some sort of critical mass, right? When I open up the room and only uh 2 people join, that doesn't work. When you open the room and 2,000 join, that doesn't work either. So there's got to be some sort of critical mass, right? So again, I'm being very cognizant about that, of how many people that I want to enjoy the opportunity. Plus, as you guys know, in order to keep this out of the SEC and all that kind of stuff, you got to keep it into the friends and family. And if I'm not going to be advertising anything that we're doing here. People are just going to have to find me and come in. So I can't advertise. I can't, say that, hey, come over to trade the fund and I'll give you a ton of money, and that's not what I would say anyways, but you guys get it. So it's kind of like you're in an exclusive club, and that's what I wanted to feel like, right? You you thought you got that with the hot seat? I'm not sure what you're saying. What you got? What? Um, but yeah. Anyway, so if you guys are interested in joining if you guys are interested in joining the funding program, you need to have Zenith, and then it's also going to be an additional $50 a month. But pass the challenge, and it'll knock that back down to 50. But there is a one-time only fee. So here is that link for the funding add-on right there if you're interested in doing it. And if nobody's interested, then there's that, right?
So, did you say that was a one-time fee?
It is if you pass the challenge. So if you've already passed the challenge, it's a one-time fee. So I'm trying to make this not confusing as possible. So let me recap that. All new Trade the Fund memberships after the end of August is going to be $100. You guys are not going to need to pay that, but within that $100 is just going to be an automatic funding opportunity. I'm giving you guys the opportunity to whether or not you want to increase your membership to that $100 a month with the funding, or keep it as it is, right? And you don't care about the funding, right? So that's number one. Then I'm incentivizing you guys to complete the challenge. I'm incentivizing you guys to complete the challenge. Once you complete the challenge, that $50 your $100 commitment drops to $50 a month. Now,
And the
if you've
challenge
already
is- I'm sorry,
go
Dave.
ahead.
And the challenge
ahead.
is just the course plus a 5% increase?
And the 3 hot seat sessions.
Yeah, 3 hot seats, okay.
Yep. So
Gotcha.
if you've already passed the challenge, so you've already done that, then it is just a one-time only $50 setup fee, so that we can get your bank accounts, your
Right.
VPN, all that kind of stuff, right? And copy trading and all that kind of stuff over, right? And I'm also incentivizing you guys to be like, if you purchase a fast track or purchase a hot seat, that money's going to come back to you after you pass the challenge in a live account. Now I may and I'm open to whatever you guys think, but I may not unlock that out of the gate just because you pass the challenge. I may require that you have a consistency score of X, or a score of X in order to unlock that, because I just don't want to give it away and have you lose it if you haven't figured out how to keep money yet, right? So, um, if MK, only if you're a fast track member, which you are. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that, right? So if you're a fast track or hot seater, obviously that's the only way you're going to have access to the challenge, right? If you're not a fast tracker or a hot seater, and I didn't know, well, I kind of figured how important this was, but really it's the live sessions, those three live sessions, and the fact that we're trading every day really got my investors to just give me a 3-month look back instead of a 6-month or a year, because I was really just kind of bragging to them about how good of traders you are. And it doesn't hurt that I could say, look, with Darwin, they just started out and they're already, a lot of them are in the top 25% of all of Darwin worldwide, right? And so I was able to kind of brag to them about how good you guys are already doing. And it is phenomenal. Like, we only have, I think, like 20 or 30 people with Darwin under Trade the Fund, and majority, half of you guys, or majority of you guys, are more than half, are better than half of Darwin already, like 2,500, ranked 2,500 or better. And so that's phenomenal, right? When Darwin has like 7 or 8,000 people, and the majority of our group is in the top 50%, that's incredible, right? And so and like I said, Darwin is just a path, but not the only path to putting money in your pockets. And any last not any other questions or comments before we kind of close up? Hopefully you guys understand the intent of which I'm trying to deliver this to you. I'm not trying to deliver this to you in a way of like marketing or selling this to you guys. I'm trying to really bring in opportunities, right?
Sounds like it to me.
And sell you crypto, I guess. Pete just put that in chat. So I guess I'm trying to sell you crypto. What is that?
I got
Is that...
2 friend requests from you yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yep. One in the morning, one
scam.
in the afternoon.
It's a scam. All right, guys. Well, again, there's going to be some other things that I'm going to push down the road. I don't want to talk about it tonight. But everything I'm trying to do is just going to be to help you guys enhance where you're at, right? So I really want you guys to go through the courses. I really want you guys to finish the challenge. And with that, like I said, if you're a hot seater, if you completed the challenge, you're going to get a commission bump just for being a hot seater and completing the challenge, right? Fast trackers will get a commission bump for being a fast tracker and completing the challenge. I'm still negotiating what that looks like on the commission. But again, I don't think I'm going to tear it out and tell you guys and just be like, here's a funding call, let's go. I have a limited amount of capital that I have access to, and so I'm going to make sure that I going to do my best to put it in the right places, right? So
Well, that lets me out.
I have limited funds myself, but then I'm going to use my funds, and I'm also going to use investors' capital to do this with, and then hopefully generate income for you guys to invest into you guys, right? And I've thought about that for a long time about whether or not I would just trade my own money or let other people do it. and eventually it just makes more sense. It makes more sense to open it up and let the good traders trade it and let people make money, you know. Megan, did you have a question here? Oh, Megan, you're a hot seater. You have access to the challenge already. You just need to do
But
it.
do we have to sign up for it?
No. It's
Okay.
you have access to all the 3 courses.
I did the
You-
courses. There's not new ones, right? I've done all the courses.
Yeah, and you've done obviously you've had 3 sessions, hot seat sessions. So you just need to make 5% in a month. I know it's gonna be challenging, but
Yeah, that will
we
be,
can
but
help you.
I'm back in this is day 3 of Darwin, so doing good.
So you just gotta make 5% a month in a month, right? To
Okay,
pass the
all right,
challenge. Right.
so the system automatically knows that is what you're saying in the.
As long as
in
you
our
obviously,
stats. Okay.
as long
In
as
the
you have
primary
Zenith on there.
account,
Right.
5% in the primary account.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, MK, I did. I'm the one who does the homework, right, David?
Yeah, she does. She does.
I used to be the only one who did homework.
All right, guys. So hopefully you guys will. I'm hoping. I was hoping for you guys to give me some hard pushback questions or something like that. If you feel like this wasn't the place to do that, hit me up on Discord. I'd love. So I was hoping to kind of use you guys as a sounding board. Ask me, well, what about this or what about that? Because I'm trying to refine it and really again ultimately I'm trying to make a place where you guys can cover the cost of your education, right? So
Yeah.
can you just bribe you? Yes, with
Oh, I got a
crypto.
bribe. David, how much does it cost for you to trade my account? There we go. That's a good one.
That's a good bribe. I like it. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'll let you guys get to bed. I went over on my time, so I appreciate it. And like I said, this week sometime I'll have a landing page put together with this information, with this kind of chopped up, and I'm going to redo the your Forex course. Um, super excited that I'm able to bring this to you guys today. So if you have the first thing you're going to need to do, if you haven't already done so, get Zenith installed on your primary account and do that. So okay, thanks guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, man.